In the bottom left, playing as Sedge. In the yellow, as player 1, we have Saykoya versus Go7 playing as Greenfinger. Oh, so they decided to run it back to shifting sands. Which, you know, that's fair enough. Go7 thinks he can win on this map. Then, yeah, by all means, go ahead and pick it again. And the bans are different this time, so I'm assuming that Vesper got banned. And that Saykoya was just like, okay, then I'll just play the long game. And Go7 is just like, well, I'll just pick Greenfinger then. And, you know, Greenfinger's pretty strong. I'm very curious to see what the style is going to change like here. Are we going to see Go7 go for that sword and harpy style again? Or are they going to do something a bit different? And they're going for... Ooh, they went for thief. But they didn't go for wagon. And this is a very interesting way that you can play this. Is that it only takes one extra turn for the thief to get over. So that means you're not skipping a unit build to get the wagon out. Oh, the sword doesn't get the hit that it wants. That's unfortunate. The village will stay up. Actually, I'm not sure if that can actually work. Never mind. Pretend I didn't say that. Okay, but now Go7. They're going for more of a knight heavy style. They are going for the harpy again though. So it'll be interesting to see how that's going to play out. That is the thing about these Advance Wars players that are coming in, is they do love their harpies. And ooh, goes for the capture on the forward front. I actually really like this because it allows you to, you know, have that health reinforce. More of a fallback point. And Go7. You know, the thief is actually going to go and reach that corner now. Greenfinger's going to... What? I do not understand why they just did what they did. I guess they were worried that thief would die? But that's a lot of economy Saykoya is going to have for an extra turn. And yeah, speaking of Saykoya, just going for more pressure across the center. And now they're going to pull back on the left. That harpy is going to ward away everything until the mage shows up. And second mage is coming up as well. I guess, yeah, it makes sense. If you lose one mage, then all of a sudden that error is like no longer something you can go up against. And I guess based on like the last match, maybe assuming that Go7 is going to go for a more heavy airplay style. But no, they're going for a more grounded style. Far more knights here. Just a single harpy. Makes sense. Harpy's really good at zoning. Like if you just don't have air coverage, then all of a sudden you can't push into it. And wow, Saykoya has groove already? It's only turn 8. So Sedge gonna have groove way before Go7. What's Go7 looking at? 80%? Yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit longer until we're gonna see groove come up for Greenfinger. And now we have Sedge with groove. So what can Go7 do here? Is Saykoya just gonna, you know, run in guns blazing, or are they gonna be a bit patient? Okay, they're being patient so far. Nice archer to back things up. Got the witch as well. So yeah, these are all the tools Sedge likes. Sedge likes having an archer and a witch, so they open up a lot of Sedge groove opportunities. Open up the ability to apply slow pressure to your opponent. Like, you have to respect those two options whenever you attack into Sedge, so... How is this going to turn out? And there is an opportunity to poke with an archer here as well, so... Oh, it just moves that witch up very aggressively, but yeah, it can. There's nothing really stopping that from happening. It's like, oh yeah, they're just going to get a bit of a eco lead here, put some pressure up on this left-hand side. Second archer is available as well. And the thing about archers is they don't really go well head to head against anything, but even a sword with an archer will pressure a knight out. Archer crits hit knights extremely hard, and just even doing some chip damage with an archer first will allow for some good plays there. Okay, what are we seeing? Saykoya, yeah, they're just gonna take more of the map. They can push up, get that economy leads. Sedge just gonna continue sitting on groove. And Go7's actually walling this correctly, making sure there's no real opportunities for Sedge just to get a huge chain groove off. Not going to be overextending, not going to be impatient. But you do have to do something, because eventually you're just going to lose. Your opponent will just have a bigger economy. And here we go. Gets that groove up. Surrounds the knight and the witch. And they're just going to put all that pressure on. Get ready to punish that. And shift the army to an interesting position where they can threaten the opponent's stronghold from this. So not only is this trapping 2 units, it's also setting up for potential lethal in the future. Okay, but Golem's going to go forwards. And that is going to allow the witch and the knight there to escape. Just a nice hex, gets a bit of damage, is out of range of the mage, I believe. No, actually, I think that's still in range of that mage, so. Saykoya, maybe a little bit of a misplay there. Maybe that's a bait, I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, Thief's coming forwards. Oh yeah. Witch goes down. But I'm not sure if that's a bait or if that's on purpose, so I won't judge too harshly. And ooh, Knight's coming in for those crits. Puts the Golem into a position where it could actually get a mage heal up and do a lot of damage next turn. It's also a level of health where it could be used to suicide into a commander. There's a big damage start here, and oh wow, Go7 is just going for it. They're just going to do a lot of damage this turn. Using the vines to keep themselves safe. And this is going to come down to, can Saykoya get the biggest Sedge groove you've ever seen? Because that was actually a lot of damage now that I'm thinking about it. But every single one of the hits on their opponent is going to be a kill. Oh, except for that one, which unfortunately didn't get quite the roll it wanted. But that is a very good way to combo Sedge groove. So yeah, we're going to see more and more units go down. Saykoya, I mean, they're just going to go for a lot of damage here, but they do have to think about how they're going to survive this turn as well. That is important. Sedge has to be somewhere safe at the end. Alright. Trading a spear into a knight, it's going to work out very well. And I guess, is there more follow-up here? Alright, big mage heal comes in. Oh, wow, the sword hit to get the kill confirm. Oh, that's so good. And what else can happen? Alright, so we got... Oh, actually, yes, Edge can reach. Nice use of the archer. That's going to get a kill. Harpy's going to go down to this mage, I would assume. Yep, one more kill comes in. Yes, Edge is going to go for that vine. They might be a bit vulnerable to dying here, though. Oh, especially if they weaken that knight up. That might be me foreshadowing that Sedge could potentially die at the end of this turn. Yeah, because big Witch Hex is going to weaken up all the units around Sedge. And now Sedge is open on like 3 sides. Sword Suicide comes in. Second Sword Suicide comes in. I think the Knight can Suicide as well. Oh no, Sedge is so weak. And there's like so many mages near him. And oh no, Saykoya. Oh no. Went for that vine kill and just left himself open. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And I didn't know how this match ended before I opened it. But like I said, you gotta make sure you put Sedge in the right place at the end. Because it doesn't matter how much damage you do. Like, he did a lot of damage as well. Sedge got a lot of kills. Saykoya did like a really good turn. But if you leave Sedge in the wrong place at the end of your turn, he'll just die. And that's what happens. That is the story of that game. Go7 went in for a big attack, did a lot of damage actually. Like, they were on the back foot, and then they found a position where they could put a lot of damage on their opponent one turn. Saykoya did a lot of damage, you know, back. But just not quite right with the positioning at the end. And that Hex, yeah, that did quite a bit. That was quite nice too. And funnily, the earlier Hex from Saykoya, where he lost the Witch, I believe one of those 9 health swords that was used to suicide was hexed. So yeah, the Hex kind of like really not working out there. Loses the Witch, opens up potential for sword suicide later. And yeah, Go7, they just like understood that, went for the punish, and was able to get it. So very nicely done there. They find that lethal and they get it. And we'll just take a quick look at these stats as well. Just real quick before we end up going off to the next set. And yeah, Sedge, combat unit count. Oh, actually, I think green is Greenfinger here. So they had a big lead until that last turn, and then you just see all the damage Saykoya was able to do, plus those sword suicides. You know, just like a really big deal. And yeah, like army value going down. Yeah, you're killing your own units to get your opponent's commander down. And you look at the eco. Yeah, so red is obviously Saykoya here. Saykoya had a massive economy lead overall. Like, just, you know, 200 to 300 per turn, but when you do that for what, 6 turns in a row, that's like it's gonna be a big difference. And yeah, Groove. Saykoya had Groove, was able to get a lot out of it at the end. Didn't use it at first, but once you can start chaining with Sedge, you're able to get a lot of damage done. It's just got a little bit not even greedy at the end, just kind of badly positioned Sedge and went for a hit on a vine when he didn't need to. So well played by Go7. We're going to see them in the semi-finals.